Hello again, and welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Rural Report. I am your Rural 2IC, and we did it. Congratulations, we are here. We made it to a new year. So, from me to you, Happy New Year. Happy 2024 to you. We get to put 2023 behind us, although wacky, crazy, weird, wild, whatever you want to call it. Uh, the good, the bad, the ugly, the great, whatever. It's another chapter in the book of life as we open up the new chapter. And here we go. What will 2024 bring us? Well, I put out the video yesterday on my predictions. We'll see who wants to play along with that. If you missed it, go back and check that one out. But we are going to try and kick things off with the continuation of the daily headlines report. I apologize, this one's coming out just a hair late. I got caught up in some research and some other things, but for the most part, here we go. I'll try and keep it short. You know what usually that means when I say that, but here we go. All right, so in no particular order. So there was the Iranian Navy put out the announcement that they have deployed a frigate to the Red Sea, and this is going to be deployed just off the coast of Yemen. They have also announced that there is going to be other vessels that are going to be deployed in the coming days and throughout the week. Now, this, with all the different things that are going on, of the different ships that have been hit and all the other things that the Houthis have been doing, was the United States, and I believe it was the UK, announced that they were going to do plan to do a strike against the Houthis for doing all this. And so Iran immediately looks like took that to heart, sent out this frigate, sending more out there. But now there's also rumors that some of these high-ranking Houthi leaders have suddenly rushed to Tehran. So apparently they took that a little serious. Now, as far as I can see, I don't see anything that anybody has taken a retaliatory strike against the Houthis for that whole event that happened the other day, where the United States stepped in and took out 3 of 4 boats, killing 10 of the people. So things are heating up over there. We'll keep an eye on it. Looks like next we're going to head over to Japan, where over 20 earthquakes took place in a short amount of time. Some of them pretty big, registering 7 to 7.5, and I think there was one even 7.6 on the Richter scale. There was a tsunami or issue ordered. Don't think that there was anything. I know that they said it was like a couple of meters kind of came in, which is feet over normal. So, just a data point, something to keep your eye on. But the pictures and things that are coming out of there, there's some decent amount of damage. So, next, since we're in that area, the Chinese Coast Guard has announced that they have formulated a plan and will start confronting Japanese fishing vessels with inspections if they are around some disputed islands. Now, these, from the international community's point of view, these are Japanese, basically the southernmost Japanese islands just north of Taiwan. So it kind of makes sense that if China wants to go into Taiwan, that you would try and clear those islands, to give yourself a buffer zone. So it's to be expected. Now, I know that there was the talk of the town that everybody, all the world leaders, gave their New Year's speeches, and Xi Jinping was one of them. And in his speech, he said that he vowed that Taiwan would be taken back or reunified, I believe is what he said, in 2024. So he's put his timeline on it that sometime this year they're going to be reunified. So we will see how true that holds up. Let's see. So where are we at now? So going around, because it was New Year's for the entire world, there was some disturbances. Looks like chaos and violence broke out in Paris. And then also there was some riots and some other violence, some burning and looting over in Berlin. That one looked to be the most severe, as the one in Berlin. There's about 15 officers that were injured and over 230 people arrested. There was some hit and miss here and there and everything. I didn't see anything over the top major, but these were just kind of some bigger ones that popped out to me. Now, today marks a bunch of historic things. The first is that BRICS has officially grown as they welcome in 5 new countries. Those countries are Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. Now, keep those in mind, okay, because this is starting to make some relationships turn a little awkward, okay? So now that places like Egypt and Saudi Arabia are in BRICS, where will they stand and who will they align with in future or even current events? Right now, we are relying on both Egypt and Saudi Arabia to kind of help keep the peace for the Palestine war. And now that they're in BRICS officially, I'm wondering if their alliance or their stance changes. So, something to definitely keep an eye on. Now, the thing that kind of had me going all over the place and why this video is so late, social media started to blow up. Not in that way. There was a bunch of reports that the Houthis launched an attack on a U.S. Navy warship, and it looked real-ish. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, man, I mean, would they? Probably, maybe, I don't know. But I just, I didn't see them actually doing something like that. I was like, man, I've got to do some research and go confirm. I was like, well, the easiest way is to go mainstream. So Google, went straight to Google, searched over on some of the bigger platforms like X and different things like that, because that's where a lot of the people start posting things first. Nothing, and I mean nothing, not even a hint. And I'm sitting here going, well, wait a second, on all these ones that I'm reading this on, all the kind of underground channels and things like that, they're posting all sorts of stuff, details. I'm going, well, wait a second, where are we getting all this? Somebody's got to be picking this up. Well, it wasn't long ago, because I was getting ready to scratch this off the list. Sky News came out and said that the Houthis launched 2 ballistic missiles at a U.S. Navy ship. And I'm like, okay, here we go. We got something. So I started looking into it. Well, all of a sudden it got backtracked. And it was, well, sources from Yemen say that they deny the whole thing. And then it came out that the Houthis are denying the whole thing. And I was like, okay, well, this is starting to really grow. Let's wait and see what the U.S. Navy has to say. Nothing. I haven't seen anything about it. I don't know what that means, I would say that we'll probably see a statement from them at some point in time, but uh, we'll I know you guys hate this. It's a wait and see. It could be true, it could not be true. I'm going to lean towards it's probably not, but there's a lot into this that there's a possibility of it being true. So just a data point that if you start seeing this come out, that you're not totally shocked. Where else are we? So North Korea, no surprise, calls on its military to prepare for war against South Korea. They are upping their antics and then their different types of the way they're putting their words and the language that they're using, things like that. So they're basically saying, hey, itchy trigger finger, the first hint, just nuke them. Just press the button, just get it over with. So it's a little dangerous, but then again, it's not a surprise coming from them. So it's something to take a little serious, but I think there's more pressing matters at the moment. Well, let's see. Last thing on the international stage is Iran and Egypt have announced that they will start normalizing and restoring a full diplomatic relation with each other. So that's always fun. I'm sure that's brought on because now they're both happy members of BRICS. But again, that's why I said it, just a minute ago. It's going to be interesting now that all this is rolling out to see these different countries. Now that they're in BRICS, they're an official member. These countries start forming together, and where does it go? Um, I think BRICS is going to make some leaps and bounds this year. So we will see. Now, bringing us into the home front, the Charlie Victor 19er mask mandates that I know all of you absolutely loved. Well, if you did love it, then start cheering right now because it looks like they are making a return to hospitals all across the country. So, excellent. I did see a report. I didn't have it down here, but there's a report about, and it came with, there was a picture of the United States and the different states, all was color coded in red based on the levels, but it was the trace amounts of the CV in the water. And there was huge amount, 50% plus, that were deep dark red. I mean, what they were calling heavy or extreme or whatever. So keep an eye out. Next, sad to report that 10 people are injured after a car plowed through a crowd last night near Madison Square Gardens in a New Year's Eve celebration in New York. I know they said one of the 10 was actually seriously or in serious condition, so prayers for all those involved. Another side note is that there was a train that derailed and caught fire in San Francisco yesterday. Doesn't look anything nefarious or anything at the moment, but again, let's put a pin in it. Let's see. Looks like December brought in a new record for us for the new year. Looks like the official number is 302,000 illegal border crossings for the month. That is a absolute new record. So congratulations, we hit a record last night. And then sticking on illegal migrants, I don't know if you guys saw the New York City or New York mayor did the executive order to try and combat the illegals being bussed up to New York. And so they put on a executive order to ban buses. Well, those smart people are boarding buses from the border and getting bussed up to New Jersey, where all of a sudden they are somehow getting train tickets and getting trained into New York. So they continue the bus ride to get up there, and then right when they get to the border, they just boarded a train because the train isn't banned, the bus is. So 5 points to them for thinking outside the box. Improvise, overcome, adapt. They did just that. So hats off to them. Good job. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. You know what? I said we're going to keep it short. We're going to try and keep it short. And so that's what I've got for you guys for today. I hope you guys all had a safe and enjoyable New Year's. If you guys did anything special or anything going on, let me know down in the comment section below. I know a lot of you reached out yesterday, and it was great to talk to you and chat with you on everything. But all right. Thank you guys so much for spending a little bit of time with me. If you made it to this far in the video, guess what we do? You rock. Congratulations. All right. Stay tuned. More information to come. And above all else, remember to remain united because we're all prepping in this together.